Okay, chicos, today in class we're going to do a very quick review for Leccion 4, the quiz Contextos. This is in exactly the same format as what you're going to be doing on the quiz today. So it's my goal to give you a quick cram session as you guys have requested. So the first category that I want to look at is vocabulary under lugares, los lugares. Los lugares is going to be the very first category. Los lugares. Okay, now the second word under los lugares is mountains. Mountains. So go ahead and put number 2 as mountains. Number 3 is pool. How do you say pool? Number 4 under lugares is the gym. The gym. Number 5 is the museum. The museum. And last we have el restaurante. El restaurante. Okay, so take one moment to check your spelling on these while we repeat. We have repite todos. El cine. El cine. That's the cinema or the movie theater. We have repite las montañas. Las montañas. Don't forget that ñ. Don't forget the ñ. We have repite la piscina. La piscina. Don't hacer pis en la piscina. But what could you do in la piscina? You could maybe tomar el sol, or you could nadar. Okay? In el cine, what could you do? In el cine, what could you do? In el cine, you could mirar las películas, or you could ver las películas. Okay? Next one down, we have el gimnasio, which is gym. We have el museo, where you might see el arte or los monumentos, and el restaurante. Okay? Our next category is going to be pasatiempos, and then your next category after that is deportes. So, looking away. Try to do these without your notes and see if you can spell them by yourselves. Pasatiempos, pastimes or hobbies. First one, to go on a hike. Second one, to play video games. To go on a hike and then to play video games. Next one, to see works of Picasso. To see works of Picasso, and works is obras. Obras. Try to sound it out and you can correct it later. Obras. Obras. Obras de Picasso. Works of art of Picasso. We have patinar en línea. Patinar en línea is to inline skate. And since I accidentally just gave you the answer to that pastime, where could you patinar en línea? Write down, where could you patinar en línea? Maybe el parque? El parque? And take a moment right now to correct the spelling on your pastimes. We have repite todos, ir de excursión. Jugar los videojuegos. Jugar los videojuegos. I should have the definite article in there. Ver obras de Picasso. To see works of Picasso. Andar en patineta. Andar en patineta. Patinar en línea. So remember, andar en patineta is to skateboard. Okay, patinar en línea is to skate in a line. So inline skating. I also added, for those of you who are interested, in tocar un instrumento. Tocar un instrumento is to play an instrument. Okay, the very last categories is los deportes. Los deportes. So take a moment right now and write down as many deportes as you can think of. The first three that I definitely want you to write down are skiing, the sport of skiing, the sport of swimming, and the sport of cycling. The sport of skiing, the sport of cycling, and the sport of swimming. Okay, now go ahead and check your answers. We have el esquí, la natación, el ciclismo, el voleibol, el fútbol americano, el béisbol. El golf y el hockey tenemos, pero no vamos a ponerlo en la pruebita. But we're not going to put it in la pruebita. Okay, so if you want to nadar, para means in order to. In order to swim, you might go to la piscina. You might go to la piscina, yes? Okay, now I just want you to focus on the activities. In order to practicar los deportes, where might you go? ¿A dónde vas para practicar los deportes? To where do you go to practice los deportes? ¿A dónde vas para mirar o ver las películas? ¿A dónde vas para mirar o ver las películas? To where do you go? So for each of these, you're answering with a place. Don't forget the definite article of the place, though, please. And para ver el arte. Para ver el arte. Maybe el arte de Picasso or Dalí or Greece or no sé quién más. Hay muchos artistas. Okay? Here are my answers. You may have some that vary a little bit. Para nadar, I said la piscina. Para practicar los deportes, I said el estadio or el gimnasio or el campo. For mirar or ver películas, I said el cine. Para ver el arte, I said el museo. Okay, now I'm going to read you several sentences in Spanish. If you get behind, don't worry, just go on to the next one because I will project all the sentences at the end. I want you to define these sentences in English. So listen to them in Spanish and define in English. So take one moment, please. Okay, number one, you're defining it in English. ¿Te gusta practicar el español en tu tiempo libre? ¿Te gusta practicar? ¿A ti te gusta practicar el español en tu tiempo libre? Número 2. Los equipos en el Colegio Cheney siempre ganan. Los equipos en el Colegio Cheney siempre ganan. Los equipos en el Colegio Cheney siempre ganan. Again, you're still defining it in English. ¿A usted le gusta asistir a... I'm missing my a. You better add yours in. ¿A usted le gusta asistir a los partidos de fútbol? Okay, and the last one. Mirar películas en casa es mi pasatiempo favorito. Es mi pasatiempo favorito. Okay. So pause the video right now if you guys need a couple more minutes to write. Otherwise, I'm going to read the answers. Number 1. Do you informal like to practice Spanish in your free time? Free time is el tiempo libre. Remember, we also have another way of saying free time, and that's los ratos libres. Los ratos libres. Okay. Number 2. Los equipos en el Colegio Cheney siempre ganan. The teams at Cheney High School, they always win. ¿A usted le gusta asistir a los partidos de fútbol? Do you formal like to attend the games of soccer? Sí, por supuesto. Mirar películas en casa es mi pasatiempo favorito. To watch movies at home is my favorite pastime. And then there's 2 questions I'd like you to contestar. These are your last 2 practices before the quiz. ¿Qué te gusta hacer en tus ratos libres? And libres should be plural, I apologize. ¿Qué te gusta hacer en tus ratos libres? Your respuesta must start with a mí me gusta plus an infinitivo. And notice that a mí has an accent. So go ahead and take a moment and start your answer. All right, one last thing that we're going to do right now is I am going to give you directions for the quiz. So, first of all, on the quiz, side 1, Mrs. Beckman, if you'd like to go ahead and pause this video and hand out the quizzes, that would be great. Okay, on side 1, we have several vocabulary words up in the box. Now, these boxes don't include their definite articles. When you write them below, you do need to add the definite article where appropriate. Only where appropriate. Don't put it in front of escribir, because that's verb. So take a moment right now and add the articles to each of these words in the box so you don't forget to do it on your test. Okay? You have to take these words in the box and you need to categorize them under lugares, places, pasatiempos, pastimes, and deportes, sports. Again, don't forget the definite article. And please, por favor, repeat after me. I will spell the words in the box correctly. Okay, please take the time to spell the words in the box correctly. All right, and the bottom section. This is what we were trying to practice with our second activity. You have to match the letter of each place with the correction action. So if you were going to comer con los amigos, where might you go? Where might you go? Okay? Where would you go if you were going to comer con los amigos? And also one thing I wanted to point out in number 5, ver obras de Picasso, Dalí, or Miró. Obras means works, and Picasso, Dalí, and Miró are all artists. They're all famous artists. Okay, so that's side 1. Go ahead and flip it over to side 2, please. Side 2. Okay, on the top section, you are going to look at the supplies that you might need to do the equipment that you would need to do each sport, and then you need to write the correct sport in the blank. Please don't forget the accents where appropriate, and also the definite article. And in the very last section, number 1, before you even do a single thing in the world, what should you do first? Please define the words in the box. Please take a moment and do that now. Okay, now I wanted to start talking about some hints. It's very important to look at the word directly before the blank. For example, when you see me and something favorito, sorry I hit the focus button. When you see me and something favorito, you know that whatever follows me has to be what? It must be singular, otherwise they would have used mis. Look at the second one with L. L is the word right before the blank. So now we know that this word must not only be singular, but it also has to be a masculine word. Okay? Then on number 3, look at the word before the blank. We have a los. So what do we know about the word that goes after los? It has to be both masculine and plural. And when you see number 4, ¿te gusta jugar? ¿Te gusta jugar? Choose the one that best fits. Daniel y Felipe pasean en bicicleta por el blank. And the bottom 3 extra credit questions, you need to answer these in complete sentences in order to receive the extra credit. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Good luck. I hope you're productive. And everybody take a deep breath in. For real, take a deep breath in. No one's going to fail. I just came up with a really awesome plan with how I'm going to have you guys recoup some points on your last quiz. So don't worry, don't stress. We're going to take care of each other, so we'll get this done. All right, have a great day and good luck.